Hi everyone, this is Galen Martling. Today I'm sharing a beautiful and heartfelt sympathy card or support card, and it features a beautiful cross with flowers and a pretty sentiment that goes with it in the same kit. So for today I'm using stamps by Unity Stamp Company, Blooms of Solace, and the other background is A Faithful Letter. Also, I'm using scallops and squares nesting dies, and I'm cutting here some cardstock, which is Craft Color by Nina Desert Storm. And so I trimmed it 8.5 by, I trimmed an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. Cut it at 4.25 by 11. That's for a top fold card, and I scored it at 5.5. So you get 2 cards out of 1 cardstock piece that way. That's if you want a top fold card. Usually, I alternate between top fold and side fold. If you want a side fold card, you just cut it the other way, cut the paper in half the other way, and score it in half. You'll get 2 cards with horizontal. And so, for the stamping, I started with the background stamp. I stamped in watermark ink. I used Versamark, but any watermark or embossing ink works fine as long as it's real juicy. And you stamp that beautiful background on that and then heat emboss it in white and with a white embossing powder on kraft. It looks beautiful. Here I'm die cutting that square, the cross, the pre-stamped cross, out into a square shape. And then I'm just adding this stamp doesn't really need a lot of color, just a touch of color. And so I just dabbed 2 shades of pink for the flowers. And then you'll see I have the darker shade towards the center and I go outward lighter. And then I add a little bit of yellow towards the ends of those petals, just to give it a little highlighted shade, something interesting, a little interest. And I added some yellow down below. And then for the leaves and grass and greenery, I just used a teal shade, 1 teal color marker. The supplies will be listed in my description and video description, and includes the colors for the markers as well. And so you just gently dab the colors very gently and really lightly. So I just used 2 shades of crafty brown color for the cross. And I just highlighted darker shades towards the middle and lighter shades at the top. And really that's all I did for the color. I didn't do anything else with the square. I just added some tape on it to, fasten it to the card. So I decided on this panel, at first I wanted the panel to be on the front of that fold card, but I decided I want a little bit of a trim on each side. So I cut it a little bit smaller than the A2 size and added flat double-sided tape to all the panels. I decided to leave this card flat. I like it for easy mailing. I'm doing more and more of that, so I just use flat. Sometimes I like to use foam tape. It's whatever you like to do. You can see this, everything, the pieces get sticky and stuck on my finger, but it comes right off. And so there you go. And then you just layer it how you like it. I decided to overlap the sentiment onto the cross to finish. And I wanted to add a little piece of small rectangle just on the inside for writing. Sometimes I do that, especially on color cardstock when I use color cardstock. And then you just place it down and you have an inside blank, but it has a little panel there. And there you go. I hope you like this project and give it a try. Please take a moment to like and share if you will, and have a wonderful day.